In this lesson, I will consider a case showing the target achievement of learning courses sales. We will continue working with the tables and learn some interesting features. Open Power BI and load our training dataset concerning sales dynamic. There are columns with products names, actual sales and expenses, promotional budget, leads, payments, ratios of target and actual sales, as well as expenses and ROI. Wait a moment until columns names will appear in the fields. Mark it and load it. First of all, I like showing characteristic of all courses. Mark products, target sales, sales fact, calculated field sales target relatively sales fact. Stretch our table at once. And add expenses actuals, promotional budget, target expenses relatively fact, and ROI as ratio of sales to expenses. We got a big table. We can't increase the scale as we used to do it in Excel. However, we can change page view to 100%. To do it, go to the View tab on the upper panel and select Actual Size in the Page View menu. Now, let's change some settings. Open Format on the Visualization panel and set Style as Minimal. As I told in the previous lesson, if we use a table in the dashboard, we should simplify it as much as possible. I'd like to compare a raw data and data after analysis, so duplicate the table by copy and paste. Let's stay the upper table as it is, while here we are going to work. Look at the data. There are sales fact, target sales, and their ratio. It looks too much, so we can delete target sales as we already shown the ratio as an implementation of the plan. The promotional budget can be hidden for the same reason. In this case, we can start emphasizing the key indicators. Look at our columns. There are two values above 1000 in first one. In this case, decimal places are excessive. Go to the Format, Field Formatting, select Sales Actual and set 0 at the value decimal places. What about the ratio of target sales and actual? Within the meaning, it should be shown as %. Come back to the field settings. Click on Ratio of target sales and fact. We can see that values are counted as a sum. Select average and we will see something looks like shares. However, we need percentage format. Pay attention that we need to change the field, not table columns. So click on Field here. Column Tools tab has appeared, the same as in Excel. Now we can set summarization is an average and click on percentage sign. Decimal places should be set to 0 as usual. Moreover, field expenses, goals and actual requires the same changing. So repeat them. Pay your attention please that we change field settings in dataset, not in a single table. ROI is the ratio of sales to expenses. So click the field, set summarization as an average on the Column Tool tab and the Various panel here. Set average to. Now we are ready to create a chart comparing the sales fact, target sales, and the ratio. First of all, let's delete all unnecessary columns except sales actual, ratio of target sales, and actual and ROI. Finally, create a visual. Go to the conditional formatting, select sales actual, turn data bars on the sort in the descending order just by clicking on the column's name. In advanced controls, make color more calm, for example like this. As for goal actual value, turn font color and change it in advanced controls. I'd like to implement traffic light rule here. Select rules. When values exceed 100% are green, otherwise red. To do it, select Format by Rules. There are formatting options below. If value is greater or equal to 100%, then green. Remember that in such equation, Power BI counts percentage of summarized values. Whereas we need a values, so they are. So select a number and type 1 as 1 is equal 100% in numerical type. Delete 0 from next field and save maximum as default. Click on the palette. There are no green shadows, so go in the custom color and select green by year 1. OK, we've set a rule coloring values exceed 100%. Open the advanced controls again and add another rule. New rule. If the value is greater than minimum and less than 1, then color red. Check that all types are number. Logic is the following. Values between 1 and maximum are green, while values between minimum and 1 are red. So check it. Now it's correct. What about ROI? I have some personal rules concerning ratio of sales to expenses. For them, icons are the best choice. Open advanced controls and check. There are a basic structure of rules. We don't have to create it from scratch. Firstly, look at the style menu. Different markers are unnecessary. Separation by color is enough. So select similar circles. My personal rules concerning ROI are following. If a value of more than 4 and less than maximum color is green. Values between 2 and 4 are yellow. When the value is greater than minimum and less than 2, it's red. It means that 100,000 adverts bring 200,000 payments. OK, there are red, green, and yellow zones. We've just set up logic. Now let's improve our table further. Look at the columns heading. Word sales are duplicated twice. I recommend making heading as readable as possible. There are sales actual, so next column can be named as % of plan. Rename it here by a double click on the field. Although I can stretch one column's markers in the ROI column are blend with the % of plan. To fix it, go to Conditional Formatting, select ROI, Advanced Controls. There is an icon layout, select Right of Data. OK, they looks good. We can even narrow the column. One last thing that I dislike is green color, showing plan achievement in the column. Open Conditional Formatting again and select the column with % of plan and open Advanced Controls. Unfortunately, there is no dark green in Power BI palette. However, we can handle it. For example, we can set a color code. You may find them in the documentation. I prefer the dark green in this case. So I'm typing the hex code here. It's 008000. We finished working on this table. As you see, it looks more compact, the visual accent is more informative. See you next lesson.